Hey everyone, in this video I'm using the Game Rombo wireless controller. This version even has glowing buttons. Check it out in the description. Hello everyone, today we are going to set up PPSSPP, the PSP, PlayStation Portable emulator. Type it in wherever you use search engines and look for download and download it. There are many versions of it. This is a version from February 4th of 2024, and it comes with the 32-bit and the 64-bit. There's also a portable version. Portable versions of PPSP you can put on flash drives, external SSDs, things like that, and move it around different devices, different like laptops and computers, and it should keep all of your stuff the same. Hopefully you have a 64-bit PC. Most people do. So we're going to open up, after installing this, open up PPSSPP, Windows 64.exe. It's going to load up. And you will probably, the first time you open this, have a games tab, depending on your version of it. And you're going to have nothing here. These are all the games that I actually have for my PSP in real life and my PS Vita. And as you can tell, it's not a whole bunch. And you're going to be asked to browse a folder after you copy your games over from your UMD discs or your PSP downloads or wherever you get them. I can't tell you where to get them from, but you can get them someplace else online. And you're going to have to hit the browse so that the PPSSPP can detect your games. So you're going to hit browse. And I usually have the ROM folder in a PSPP folder. Here's mine, regular, the portable edition. I'm going to go to regular, click, and then I'm going to go to here. And what you'll do is you'll right click wherever, new folder, boom, click, type ROMs, and put your ISOs and ECMs and e-boots into that folder. I cannot tell you, I cannot show you. I copied my own from my UMD discs with my PSP 3000 and transferred them to PPSSPP in my ROMs folder. Once you have that set up, your games will show here. And they will also show if you've played them on recent. Next up, what you're going to want to do is map your controller, or if you're using keyboard and mouse, you can map your keyboard and mouse to the controls of the PSP. And you're going to go to controls over here, control mapping. I'm going to clear all, so I have it just like you will have it. D-pad up or cross up and hit the button on your controller or your keyboard that you want to use for up on the D-pad. And down on the D-pad. Boom. And left on the D-pad. You click the little rectangle here and hit the corresponding button you want to use. D-pad right. Click, boom. The button or key you want to use for circle. The button or key you want to use for X, or cross as it's supposed to be called. The button or key you want to use for square, so on and so forth. Triangle, start, select, L button, R button. Now we get to the analog. The analog is a circular thing on most controllers, for people that don't know. Analog up, you press up. Analog down, you press down. Analog left, you press left. Analog right, you press right. And that should be it. You can map extra buttons to it, but this is just for beginners. That's all you'll need. These are all the buttons that are on a PSP in real life. And then make sure you hit back, and it will save that. You're going to hit back again, and it'll save your settings. And we're going to load up Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Not The Force Awakens. One of the worst. The worst films I have seen in my life. It looks very barren and very PlayStation 1-esque. But we are going to fix that. So remember what these graphics look like, because we're going to spend a lot of time in settings. See the movement? There's a little bit of a blur around Darth Vader. There's a little bit of a blur in the background whenever you move. When you stand still, it gets a little less blurry. It gets a little bit less blurry. And the map is blurry, and this is blurry and pixelated. What you want to do to fix this, if you don't want to go for an authentic PSP look, is you're going to go to Game Settings, and you're going to go to Rendering Resolution. This is default PSP resolution. Let's see what happens. Like I said, pay attention to the armor and the TIE fighters and the maps and everything. What happens when we go to 2 times? Holy crap. That looks... Look at that. It's a lot less blurry. This is if the PSP was rendering 2 times higher than it could. Like, look at Darth Vader. Before I fall off the edge. But yeah, look at him. Remember him from the cutscene. He was all jaggedy and blurry, and the camera on this game doesn't agree with me. But yeah, look at that. We're going to go back to Game Settings again and see what the PSP would look like at 3 times. Pay attention to edges and the lines and the map. The map is less blurry too. Boom. Still a little bit of pixelation, but the TIE fighters, as they fly back around, which they will, they're even less blurry. And the health bar too is slowly getting less blurry and less pixelated. But the health bar and the force bar are going to be blurry no matter how high we get this usually, unless you turn different filters on and make it more artsy looking. There are art filters. Look at the TIE fighters. Boom. And as they get farther away, they start to get blurry again. But as they get closer, they get more and more sharp. The armor looks great. Darth Vader around his edges, around right here. Still some pixels. Still some pixels. Still some blurriness. We're going to go to the highest rendering resolution 10 times. And look at these lines. These lines got really sharp. The TIE fighters stay pretty sharp almost the whole time. Almost the whole time the TIE fighters stay sharp. Look at this detail. Completely sharp. Some people like aliasing. I don't. I'm not a fan of it. Never have been. I like my jagged edges. I like my sharp pixels. You can see the difference. I never really thought of the PSP as PS3 graphics. Some people claim it's a portable PS3, a portable PlayStation 3. I've always thought, even with the emulator, PPSSPP, I've always thought that it's more of a PlayStation 2.5. And sometimes it looks worse than a PlayStation 2. Sometimes it looks like a PlayStation 1.5. It just depends on the game and how the games were built and how much they tried to push the system. As you can see, a big, big improvement over the default blurry graphics. But yeah, I think this game is like a PlayStation 2.5. It's a bridge. I want to say that Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, and Vice City Stories are a PlayStation 2. Definitely a PlayStation 2. So like I said, it depends on the game. This game didn't even look bad when it's on the PSP screen. I mean, a little blurry, a little pixelated. It had moments of lag, as did most PSP games, even if it was installed on a memory stick. If you want to see more of these videos, like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Game Rambo controller. You will not regret it. It's cheap. It's awesome. There's some being sold for $30, some for $35, some for $40, some for $60. Definitely would recommend this one that has the glowing buttons on it. I've been using it for about 5 or 6 days. Haven't had to charge it yet for 2-3 hours a day. Have not had to charge it. But yeah, let me know if you want more emulator setup videos. Like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.